Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm sad, sometimes I'm anxious, sometimes I'm mad, but sometimes I'm fearful, and sometimes I'm shy, sometimes I'm crying, and I don't even know why. We all have feelings, and sometimes children do not like to share. Some adults too don't like to share what they feel. If you look around, you're going to say, Miss Sophie, where are you? And guess where I am? I'm in the storage room. You see, the library is renovating, and we're making the library all nice and new for you. And someone may say, Miss Sophie, how do you feel about being down in that storage room? I'm going to say, I feel happy because I get to do story times with you, because reading takes you everywhere. Even down in the storage room, nothing can stop Miss Sophie from reading to you. So I'm very happy about that. I'm going to be even happier when we get to go upstairs and you get to come back to visit the library for story time. So today, Miss Sophie's going to share some stories with you about feelings. Stories about children sharing their feelings. Something that you can do too. I always believe that sharing your feelings make you stronger. I say, do you remember my puppet Roscoe? He's going to come and sing a song to you, one of our favorite songs that we always sing. I say, Roscoe, what do you think we should do about it? He said, I can talk about it. Talk about it, talk about it with you. Talk about it, talk about it, I think is the best thing to do. I think talking about it is the best thing to do. Everyone have bad days. We have good days. We have sad days and anxious days. The best thing to do when you're having those days and you don't know what to do with your feelings is to talk about it. Are you ready for a song for Roscoe? And then I want you to tell me how it makes you feel. Are you ready? And then Miss Sophie's going to share some stories with you. And when I'm done with those stories, I want you to share with Mom and Dad. What do you thought about those stories? Do you think the stories had a really great ending? Do you think something should have happened differently in the story? You could even talk about what would you do if it was you in that story. Talking about your feelings is a really great thing. I'm going to get Roscoe and he's going to come and share a song with you. And then you can tell Mom and Dad how you felt about that. Okay? Let me get Roscoe. Come, Roscoe. We have to share some songs. Do you want to share a song with me? Yeah. All right. Get ready. Nothing's going to stop us from reading. Hi, friends. Hi. This is Ms. Sophia. And Roscoe. Roscoe, are you ready to sing our favorite song that we always sing? And then I'm going to share some stories with them. I'm ready. He's ready. Are you ready? Okay. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Do you know why I like that song, Roscoe? Why? Because sometimes you can feel so happy. And then it's like someone can come along I mean, it really, really does feel like sunshine. Like sunshine? Like sunshine. Like sun shining and it's beautiful and you're so happy. Yeah. And then someone comes along and they make you so mad. I don't like being mad. I know you don't like being mad. You always like being happy, Roscoe. I do. And I like to make other people happy too. I know you do. Sometimes people come along and it feels like they take your sunshine away. Oh no! I don't want to take your sunshine away. I want you to always, always have sunshine. Yep. Always have sunshine, but there will be rainy days. Yeah, rain is good too. Rain makes you grow. It doesn't make you grow. That's a really great thing. So it's good to have all kinds of emotions and feelings, right? Yeah, I like that. I like that too. Are you going to read some stories? I'm going to read some really great stories. And then they're going to share their feelings with their mom and dad about how they felt about that story. You want to hear the stories? Yeah. Okay. Will you sit over there? I will. And you're going to be very quiet. Very quiet. Shh. Okay. Well, you sit over there. Miss Sophie's going to share some stories with you. Okay? Do you want that? All right. I'm going to put Roscoe over here. Bye-bye. Are you ready? This is one of my favorite stories that I love. It's called The Dot. The Dot. By Peter Reynolds. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm, she said. Very funny, said Vashti. I can't draw. Her teacher smiled. Just make a mark and see where it takes you. Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good, strong jab. There. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, Now, sign it. Vashti thought for a moment. Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name. The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn. Her dot, all framed in swirly gold. I can make a dot better than that. She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Vashti painted and painted, a red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the yellow. She discovered that she could make a green dot. Vashti kept experimenting lots of little dots in many colors. If I can make little dots, I can make big ones too. Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. "You're a really great artist. I wish I can draw," he said. "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with the ruler." And Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. And Vashti stared at the boy squiggly, and then she said, "Please, sign it." The end. That's by Peter Reynolds. Now, how do you think that that's going to make that little boy feel? I know how it made Vashti feel when her teacher saw that she could do anything, even though Vashti felt like she couldn't do much at all. And her teacher encouraged her, and Vashti started to grow and grow and grow. And now Vashti is going to teach the little boy that he can also do anything he wants to do. I'm going to read you another story. This is one of my other favorite stories too. Sometimes we're fearful. Are you ever fearful sometimes? And people say, "Oh, you're a big girl. Oh, you're a big boy. You should not be afraid." Sometimes we have those fears too. Those things are going on inside of us. There's a nightmare in my closet. There used to be a nightmare in my closet. Before going to sleep, I always close the closet door. I was even afraid to turn around and look. When I was safe in bed, I'd peek. Sometimes. One night, I decided to get rid of my nightmare once and for all. As soon as the room was dark, I heard him creeping toward me. Is that really a monster? No. Is that really a real No, it's only a toy. Quickly, I turned on the light and caught him sitting at the foot of my bed. "Go away, nightmare, or I'll get you," I said. I got him anyway. My nightmare began to cry. And I was mad, but not too mad. "Nightmare, be quiet or you'll wake Mommy and Daddy," I said. He wouldn't stop crying, so I took him by the hand. And I tucked him in bed. I closed the closet door. I suppose there's another nightmare in my closet, but my bed's not big enough for 3. There's the other make-believe monsters. Oh, this boy had so many ranges of emotions, right? First he was afraid, and then he was brave, and then he was mad, and then he felt bad that he got the monster, and then he took care of the monster. So sometimes we deal with a whole range of emotions, and so we're dealing with. So it's always good. When my granddaughter was having a bad day yesterday, She even hit the teacher. She's 3. And she was really tired. She got home late and she didn't have any good sleep and she just wanted to nap. And she had a fit. And so we talked about it. It's good to talk about it. Talk about it. I'll talk about it with you. You gotta talk about it. Talk about it. I know it's the best thing to do. It's always good to talk about it. Our last story I'm going to share with you is called The Kissing Hand. And this is about Audrey Penn. You ever see the raccoons sometimes? I used to have a raccoon family that grew in my backyard. They would just come and play. And I think they grew up back there. They were little babies and then they turned into big raccoons. It's called The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. You can talk about this one especially with mom and dad if this is your first time going to school. This is a good story. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. I want to go to school, he told his mother. I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, may I stay at home with you? Have you had those days before? Miss Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do, she told him gently, even if they seem strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start. You'll make new friends and play with new toys and read new books and swing on new swings. Besides, she added, I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home. And Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. A secret? What kind of secret? A very old secret, said Miss Raccoon. I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the kissing hand. The kissing hand? Asked Chester. What's that? I'll show you. Miss Raccoon took Chester's left hand and spread open his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. And Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm, and into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. Miss Raccoon smiled. Now, she told Chester, whenever you feel lonely and need a little loving from home, just press your hand to your cheek and think, Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. And that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty, warm thoughts. She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. Now do be careful not to lose it, she teased him. But don't worry, when you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick. Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. You see, Chester? While he played in school with his ball and he ran through the field and played in the flowers, Mommy is still for Chester. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtful. And suddenly he turned to his mother and grinned. "Give me your hand," he told her. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. "Now you have a kissing hand too," he told her. And with a gentle goodbye and a "I love you," Chester turned and danced away. Miss Raccoon watched Chester scamper across tree limbs and enter school. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. "Chester loves you. Chester loves you." The end. Oh, sometimes we believe that it's hard for only us when we go to school and we leave mommy and daddy in a home. But it's hard for mommy and daddy sometimes too. And so it's good to share that love. I love how Chester and his mom both shared their love for one another. I love feelings. Having feelings make you alive. So if you're feeling bad, if you're feeling sad or happy or anxious, always be grateful for feelings. You can always talk about it, but always be thankful that you can feel. This is Ms. Sophie at Bellwood Public Library, down in the storage room. I'm going to be even happier when we get upstairs to do story time together and we can dance and sing. I will see you next week for more stories. Bye-bye, my friends. Bye-bye.